this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to get rid of a few palettes from my collection. I'm passing it over to my sister. She's going to India back, which I'm not feeling great about. But I'm also like sending a few palettes her way so that I can give it to my cousins, my friends there. And some of them I've already given it to one of my friends and cousin here in South Carolina. So I'm going to dive into all the palettes that I'm getting rid of. You'll find these clips in like two places. I'm gonna talk about a few palettes right now, and then I'll dive right into my hands where you can see the rest of the collection that I got rid of. Obviously, I get a lot of new eyeshadow palettes because whatever interests me and is like relevant to my channel, I get it. So I have to get rid of the things that I'm not using in my collection. So you'll see a little pattern. Either it's going to be a little old, a little discontinued, or the color stories that I'm not wearing. So if you're ready to see what palettes I'm getting rid of from my collection, then please keep on watching. Of course, I am a big eyeshadow palette fanatic. Anybody who's watched this channel knows it. My channel is mainly focused on eyeshadow palettes, and that's because it just tickles my spot, you know. I really love my eyeshadow palettes. But saying that, there are a few eyeshadow palettes that I'm not wearing much, and I feel like they're absolutely great quality. Especially if they are in my collection, they're definitely great quality. So let me start off with BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. You know, I love this palette, okay? I really love this palette, but I also feel like since BH Cosmetics is not now a relevant brand in my collection, I do not like review a lot of products from them. I feel like I don't wear these palettes often right now, so I definitely can get rid of this, and someone else can definitely use it because the quality is absolutely outstanding. Now I do have these shades in other indie brand palettes that I already own, so I think it's time to get rid of this. I had a few more actually BH Cosmetics palette, which you'll see later in the video, that I got rid of. But also, let's move forward, okay? Next is a Colourpop palette. This is Ticket to Dreamland palette. I absolutely love this palette, and I have very few Colourpop palettes in my collection, and I felt like this is like a soft, elegant color story, and my sister really loved the shimmers in this, and she was like, I like it. I was like, you can take it. Like, I don't use it much, and I know that these can be a beautiful blending shades for her, and she loved the shimmers because it's like more elegant and toned down rather than me being like shebang. By the way, I wore this look to office, and it's like 9 hours later that you're seeing me with this. So this is how my makeup turned out. I really felt like very cute today. You want to see my outfit? I had like this pleated skirt and this like white sweater, and I also got these like new earrings from a mall nearby. I really love. I think the shop was called Louisa. I found so many great earrings, and I am big on earrings too. Anyways, I digress. Okay, let's move forward. The next palette, it hurts me a little because I love the brand and I love this palette. But again, my sister was like, oh, these shimmers are so good. And she's not much into indie, and she loves greens, okay? Summer because Mojito palette from Sugar Drizzle. I really love this palette, but also the reason that I love this palette is the shimmers, because I'm not big into like these green mattes, but these shimmers I do have in several palettes and singles from indie brands. So I thought, okay, she can get use out of it. She will love indie makeup. And I was like, okay, take it. But again, this is an amazing palette to have in your collection if you have not tried Sugar Drizzle, and if you love greens, this is such a great palette. Next, I'm getting rid of this one, Pure Passion palette. I don't even know if this is relevant or not, but my sister really liked it, so she's taking it. But I really love the color story. Obviously, this is a very neutral color story, warm tone color story, and she's really into it. She grabbed a few palettes from my collection, and this is one of them. Also getting rid of this Ladybug Glow Castle of Horror palette. This is predominantly like a purple and a blue and a cool tone color story, and this is very deep tones. And I know that my sister loves deep tones, and she loved the shimmers in this palette. And I feel like this can be such a great smoky palette for her. And she was like all over this. And I was like, yes, purple palette, this is such a good one. Take it. It is such a beautiful palette. So she will be taking this too. One of my other cousins back in India, she wanted a few more palettes from my collection. So she wanted the Krampus Eve palette again from Ladybug Glow. This is predominantly a matte heavy palette. And I felt like she would look beautiful in this, and this multi-chrome definitely takes the breath away. I do have like this rainbow multi-chrome from Ensley Rain Cosmetics, so I'm not going to miss it too much. And I do have these mattes, and the quality is absolutely outstanding, so she'll definitely enjoy this. And then some of the older palettes that I'm getting rid of is ABH Sultry palette. I know. I know. I got this so late when they like released this like for the end time, and I wanted to use this as much, but I am not using it, and I would hate not to use this. It's a beautiful glam palette, and she immediately grabbed onto it, and I was like, yes, you can take it. I actually laid down all these palettes, and I took a picture. I was like, who wants these palettes? Just mark it off and I'll give it to you. And she was like, I want this, this, and this. I was like, okay, great. And the other one that she wants is Modern Renaissance. I know, I'm getting rid of a bunch of things that are staple in my collection. I have not even used this tons, and I think I've used this like once or twice. And this also landed in my collection very late. So it's not like old or anything, but just it's pretty new in my collection. It's just that it's older it's not relevant to my channel at this point of time. So this, she's taking that. And then Born to Run palette. Oh my god, this hurts me, but I feel like this is time. It's time for her to leave. And this is such a gorgeous palette. Such a gorgeous palette. I feel like she'll definitely have great use out of this. Like, you clearly can see the shades that I absolutely love. I love that shade. I think it's called Smog. Yes, it's Smog. And this Double Life shade, this chocolatey brown shade is amazing. Love this palette. So I think that they would absolutely love this collection. Now let's move on to my hands, and I'll show you what I got rid of when I went to South Carolina to my friend's place there, and I gave away quite a few palettes there also. So let's begin that clip. So these are the set of the palettes that I'm getting rid of. I'll start off with the drugstore options. We have this Juvia's Place palette. We have a Milani, who remembers that? I'm just getting rid of it. LA Girls palettes, and then I have 4 bite-size elf palettes, out of which like 2 have like broken too. And then this is the old Wet n Wild palette. I don't know why was I even keeping this for such a long time. And then we have Passion in Paris palette from BH Cosmetics. I don't have much from BH Cosmetics right now, so I do want to get rid of that. Then we have 2 palettes from Alter Ego, the dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette and the ABH Novo palette. So this is the Midsummer palette, and this is the Blooms palette. So I'm definitely getting rid of that. This is super light on me, and I don't wear these colors often, like pinks and reds and all. That's the main reason why I'm getting rid of this. Otherwise I would never get rid of this. This is the Cecil Amore palette from Gourmand Girls. So we are now getting into like indie brands. So that's one. And then we have this Sugar Drizzle palette, which was this Hypernova palette. So getting rid of that too. It doesn't have many like multi-chromes, but beautiful like authentic shimmers. Then I have one from Half Cake Beauty. I really love this palette. Very nice quality. So I'll see if it can be passed on to some friends or not. We have another Wet n Wild palettes here, Rosé in the Air, and this one was some peach. And then we have this Believe Beauty Nude palette, and this is like a custom palette that I did with Colourpop palette. So, and this one is the Profusion Violets palette. So those are the palettes that I'm getting rid of. So I just wanted to give you a snapshot before I wrap this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my declutter of the palettes from my collection. I have hundreds and hundreds of palettes, and if I'm getting in the new one, I need space. So I have to get rid of something too. So now I feel a little confident in my collection, and I feel like the things that are there in my collection, I really use them so very much. I definitely have to I have to do something about it, right? But that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. I also have a few more products like Catrice Highlight Weight. I have a few more products that I have to declutter. But these are not like eyeshadow palettes or anything. I have two highlighters from Ladybug Glow, and I have a cousin who would absolutely love glittery highlighters. So this is going to her. And then this is more of like an everyday sheeny, it's not a highlighter, it's like a powder. It's NYX High Glass. I've hardly worn this, like once or twice. But again, I can get rid of that. And then Catrice Cosmetics Sungasm Highlighter. Who loves this? Like, I love it. But such a big pan. I am not going to get use out of it, especially when I have so much in my collection. And then this Ladybug Glow blush. It takes up a lot of space in my collection, this rose blush. If there's a collector, I'll definitely give it to them, right? I don't know where is it going right now, but yeah. Then I have this Believe Beauty Velvet Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Tea Time. It's a beautiful mauve tone shade. And then also getting rid of Anastasia Beverly Hills Stripped. It's such a beautiful nudie shade, like for everyday, like a pouty look. My sister wants to get this Stila lip gloss in the shade Pink Slip. And then she also wanted this lip oil from Ensley Rain Cosmetics that stains. It turns into like a beautiful pink on her. For me, it was like this pink. So I was like, yeah, it turns very, very beautiful on you. You can take it. This is Glazed and Confused. And then we have Urban Decay Liquid Lipstick in the shade Back Talk. Then we have Kylie Lipstick in the shade, oh, this was like in the Ulta Beauty. It's like a very neutral pink. And then M Cosmetics Gloss in the shade Magic Hour. So those are the things that I'm getting rid of. I actually have a few more things like complexion wise that I gave to my sister and my mom. Not calculating that because I don't know. I just don't know. I think it was like Hailey's foundation. My mom took, what'd she take? Some powder. She took some powder and she took like Too Faced bronzer. Yeah, I think that is it, okay? But that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I record a lot of makeup videos here on my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe before leaving. I do a lot of makeup videos, ranking videos, review videos, a lot of live swatches, everything. If you want to have fun with makeup, do subscribe. And I generally post 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.